In the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, Victor is here. Hi, Victor. How are you?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Better than I deserve, sir. Welcome, welcome. Here to do your debt-free scream, I assume.
Yes, sir.
Where are you from?
From the Knoxville, Tennessee area.
Ah, very cool. Very cool. Our family's from there as well. So welcome to Nashville. So how much debt have you paid off, sir?
Paid off about $50,000 in 22 months.
Way to go. Making what kind of money?
Started at $27,000, went up to $39,000.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. Very cool. What kind of debt was this?
Well, 32 of it was on a car. I know that sounds ridiculous for somebody with a $27,000 a year income having a $32,000 car. I've heard you yell at people for a lot more or a lot less than that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I go along with it.
Absolutely ridiculous. I used to have a big problem with cars. I would upgrade cars every year. They get more and more expensive, and it just consumed so much of my life.
Gotcha.
I got fed up with it.
I hear you. So you had a $32,000 car. What else was the rest of it?
Yeah, $32,000 car. Which I sold for. I was only able to get $20,000 out of it, so I had $12,000 remaining from that I had to put on signature loans and credit card, and then I had about $15,000 in student loans.
What were you driving? What kind of car was it?
It was a Chevy Volt. I sent a picture of it. I don't know if you guys can pull that up or not.
Cool, they did. They put it on the TV for you. Yeah. All right. And what are you driving now?
I'm driving a 2000 GMC Sonoma I bought for my brother for about $1,500.
There you go. I like that car.
It's a good little truck.
Yeah, that's a good little truck. You're right. Very nice. Very nice. So what happened, dude? What happened 22 months ago? Tell me the story.
Well, this actually wasn't my first go around with trying to get out of debt. I had tried it a couple of years before that. I bought the Financial Peace Home Kit, and I started off really strong, paying off thousands of dollars in student loans and whatnot, and then I just completely fell off, derailed from the program, and not only did I stop paying off debt, I started getting more debt again, more student loans, and I bought another car. I bought a pure electric car, which I got stranded in 3 times in a month and a half.
The Volt stranded you?
Not the Volt, actually. It was the Nissan Leaf, which was pure electric. All the public charging stations were broken down all the time. So I upgraded again to an even more expensive electric car, and with a gas backup.
So you could save money.
Oh, yeah. And that's exactly what I did, actually. Yeah. I'm a big math nerd, so I use Excel spreadsheets and stuff, and I justified it somehow mathematically. Said, if I drive this many miles, I'm going to save this much money on gas, $4 a gallon. Yep. And it did not pan out that way at all. So, yeah.
That whole walking part with the Leaf would bother me, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It sucks.
Okay, so what happened 22 months ago then?
Well, the debt was so overwhelming that it was literally like I get 2 paychecks a month. It was one of my paychecks. And it's pretty ridiculous when your car payment and insurance is hundreds of dollars more per month than your rent, so I wanted to try to pay off the car originally, but then when I was watching it on Kelley Blue Book, it was dropping thousands of dollars a month in value. Do not buy an electric car brand new. That's what happens. And so it was losing value a lot quicker than what I was paying it off. And so I sold it, and I only got $20,000 out of it. And so taking that $12,000 blow was really heart wrenching. But did you sell it
when you started getting out of debt?
Yeah.
Or what started you 22 months ago back on the plan?
That's the day I sold the Volt. 2 years ago from yesterday. Is the day I start the actual countdown to getting out of debt. Because from that point forward, that was it for me.
That's it. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Absolutely.
You had that moment where you said, "I've had it," and then you changed and you became a tightwad.
Oh, yeah, big time. It's hard to adjust not being in debt anymore and actually being able to take that extra money that I would have had before paying on debt and actually saving it now for my baby step 3.
So how old are you?
26 years old.
So what do you attribute when someone's listening to you? They got a 26-year-old, we got a 24-year-old out there listening to you right now that was doing the same dumb things you were doing, like I used to do, like most of us used to do. And then you flip this thing on its head, and now you're a champion. Now you're a hero. What do you tell that young guy out there that you did? What was the secret to you getting out of debt?
Well, I knew you'd ask that question, so I came up with 4 things that were absolutely key. The number one was the zero-based budget. I did that the first time around as well, but it didn't prevent me from going back and doing it, making the same mistakes again. My last 3 reasons are the reasons that got me back on track and kept me on track for the 22 months that I did it. The second one was immersing myself into the show every single day, even though 90% of the information I've heard a million times because people ask, repetitive questions.
Yeah, you can answer the questions.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not what's important. What's important is making that your normal. Normal outside is broke, but normal within this atmosphere is entirely different. And so I made that my normal by listening to the show every single day.
Wow.
And it kept me on track. Number 3 was creating and obtaining a challenging goal. You don't want to set a goal if you got a $20,000 a year income, paying off $100,000 1 year. It's not going to happen. But what I did at the beginning of 2015, which is actually where I paid off the majority of my debt, is I set a goal. I said, I want to be debt-free by the end of 2015. What do I need to do that?
Yeah.
And that was another thing. I sent a picture of that goal with it called the Dennis Financial Peace Plan. And with the gazelle chasing the
I love
cheetah.
it. Very cool.
So basically what I did there is I took my debts, I listed them, I had the total amount. I said, okay, how many paychecks do I have for the year? Divided that number into that. And so that is the average payment I have to make each paycheck to be debt-free by the end of the year. Of course, I did my monthly budget, but I would have to revise it based on overtime for every couple of weeks.
And you hit it early.
I hit it early, and so that was very exciting. And something that kind of helped that push was I got a fortune cookie, which I also sent a picture of. It said, 3 months from today, your lucky star will be shining. And so I said, I wonder if I could pay off my debt in 3 months from today. And so I redid the math, and I said, that's a hefty payment. But I managed to do it because I just got a brand new job at the end of June. And I working 70 hours a week. And so I was throwing $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 every couple of weeks at my debt. My debt, it's trying to tell you what's your minimum payment this month. I confused it because I hit it so many times. I just destroyed it, $10,000 in the last 3 months. So, everything I could squeeze out of the budget. I couldn't even get myself to buy a toilet paper holder. I was so cheap.
Hey man, when you're on task, you're on task. I'll just tell you. So that's fabulous, man.
So that was number 3, setting a goal and tracking it and achieving it. That was huge for me. Instead of saying I want to be debt free sometime in the future, I said I want to be debt free by this date. What do I need to do it? And so sometimes I'd exceed that goal. Sometimes I wouldn't quite get there, and that's okay. But I just kept chucking away at it. Now number 4 is having accountability partners. It's extremely important because it helps keep you honest to the program. I had 2 different types of accountability partners. I had ones at work. Shout out to the guys that I worked with at my old job. They made fun of me all the time. Anytime I bought anything, if I bought a Domino's pizza, they said, would Dave approve of that? and so I had the ones that made fun of me, but I just call them accountability partners. And then I had the accountability partners, my family, my wonderful fiance, Lauren. And so I have that goal on my refrigerator, and anytime I would walk by it or any of my family, they would see that I'm actually doing this and watching me to.
So Lauren is with you. Who else is with you?
These are my parents right here, John and Roberta.
All right, very cool. Well, Victor, I'm very proud of you. I know they are. Congratulations. You got to feel great, man. You feel great?
I feel 1,000,000 pounds lighter. It's amazing.
You can do anything, man. You can do anything. You can do this. And that's setting a very specific goal with a very specific timeline is very, very important. All right, Victor from the Knoxville, Tennessee area, technically Sweetwater. Yeah, I know some stuff. And paid off $50,000 in 22 months, making $27,000 to $39,000 a year. Count it down, brother. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1. I'm debt free!
Well done, sir. Well done. Yeah. Wish I'd have had that much sense when I was 26. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. You guys would be so rich so fast and be able to do so much not only for yourselves and for your family, but for others.